This is the water table.
A chance to hear the agricultural side of these issues.
Place for people to go find information and education.
Water management is just going to become even more critical into the future.
How misunderstood what we do is.
I would encourage people to open their minds and listen to this dialogue.
Welcome back to the Water Table Podcast. I'm Trey Allis with Prinsco, joined here by a couple members from the National LICA Association with Allison Hack, the Director of Communications, and Caroline Krug, the assistant to the CEO and the editor of the LICA Contractor. So first off, Caroline, my first question is, how often do you get the office joke of assistant to the CEO versus assistant CEO?
All the time. We have some office fans, and it's like, when you know kind of thing, so I do get that. She actually even has a coffee mug that's got an assistant to the regional manager with it crossed out.
Oh, that's even better. But no, thank you guys for joining us here today. We're at the Iowa LICA Field Day and Expo here in Melbourne, Iowa, and we're out on site having lunch out here now. We'll have some tractors and stuff kind of going on in the background, but here with a lot of equipment and a lot of vendors that are showcasing some of the stuff, and get some contractors out here to play in the dirt a little bit and get to see some equipment move and touch base with I guess the other LICA members and kind of continue that out. So maybe just to kick things off a little bit, Allison, with your Director of Communications with LICA, want to give us a little background on, I guess, yourself and how you got there?
Well, I've been working with LICA for almost 15 years now. I started working full-time in 2009, but prior to that, I did come to national meetings just to help out. And I worked a few minor jobs after college. Eventually decided I was going to work at the National Office and worked there for a little bit. Never thought I'd be here 14 years later, but it was a position. There wasn't a Director of Communications position when I worked for National initially. I was basically, licking envelopes and stamps and stuff. But obviously my position grew and I got to make my own position. So basically I do both national summer meetings, national conventions in the winter. I also do our social media, our website, and it's just been so much fun, and I get to travel the country and hang out with the cool contractors.
Yeah. Awesome. And Caroline, with your role, what do you all do within LICA?
So I wear a few different hats. A little bit about my background. I've been in sales, starting in aviation with aircraft maintenance staffing. I've worked in finance. I've kind of always worn a lot of different hats. So I joined LICA in 2021. I'm the newest member on the staff, and started out just kind of filling the gaps wherever we needed extra help, and being Jerry's assistant. And I started writing some articles for the magazine, and Jerry was like, hey, I like the way you write. What else can you do? So he would throw some, ideas at me, and I just research and spit an article back at him. And he's like, okay, we're going to do something with this. So I guess it was last fall I became editor of the magazine, which is really exciting. I love writing. I've always loved English, so it really kind of works to my strengths, and I'm enjoying it. So
Sure. Awesome. And within LICA, it is a national organization. We're here with the state chapter putting on their field day here. But do you want to give us a little background on, I guess, what LICA is, Land Improvement Contractors of America, what the scale of your organization is, and, what do you guys do as a voice of that industry?
Well, it's the simplest terms are people that move dirt. That is the simplest terms you can put. Anybody that digs in dirt, from the landscaper to the drainage contractor to the excavator, and national, and along obviously with the state chapters. Basically, we're trying to get the word out and educate people on how important drainage contractors are, excavators are. The people that work the land are the reason that we have this great country. And National also has a great government liaison who has many connections in Washington, and we work with legislators to let them know the ideas that our contractors have here on the ground and get them to DC so that legislation can change and we can do what we need to do to get this country, working and in order.
Yeah, and that's something that you did highlight on that. The importance of being organized as as an industry or as contractors and stuff like that. We started doing that within the ag drainage industry, specifically with the Ag Drainage Management Coalition, and having that voice at the tables within Washington and where some of that policy is made, and kind of building out that base and having that representation there. I think that's something that a lot of places take for granted, of being able to have that unified voice of putting that out there. So it's a great organization that you guys have, and trying to build up a lot of that membership and keep growing your footprint in that. So do you want to talk a little bit about where you guys are all at as far as some of the main states or the areas that that LICA is represented?
Well, I mean, it's a cross section. We're heavy. I mean,
Heavy in
LICA
the
is
Midwest.
is heavy.
Yeah.
Our strong. We're here in Iowa, obviously a very strong state chapter, along with Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio. It's definitely the center of the country that are our bread and butter. But as everybody in LICA now knows, the New Jersey LICA state chapter is now actually the largest state chapter within our organization, and they are doing fantastic with a new apprenticeship program. So, I mean, and their contractors are, city and town work versus out here. So we have a great cross section of all contractors across America within the organization itself too.
Mm-hmm. So with those members, it's, like you said, it's a lot of people just playing in the dirt. But what does it take to be a member, and what are some of those benefits that that you guys offer with LICA?
I think what it takes to be a member is just an interest in land improvement and an interest in working with your fellow contractors and exchanging ideas, and just seeing the value in getting together at events like this, and just meeting at the mines and figuring out what's important to us. And you mentioned just having the voice in Washington. It does start on the local level, so things that are important to drainage contractors, a lot of it is specific to your state too, so just being able to get together with people and be a part of an organization that cares about the future of the land and feeding America and feeding the world. So
Yeah, and with some of those specific benefits that that are highlighted within some of your literature and stuff like that, what do you guys all offer? What does a member get with their membership?
So we have over 20 different benefits, not including the intangibles that I just mentioned about just having so many resources at your disposal, and the network of contractors that you can rely on. I don't know how many stories I've heard of people that were traveling across the country or sending their daughter to college and she got a flat tire, and they flip open the LICA directory and find out who's in the area that might be able to go and help, so we really consider it a family. But as far as the tangible benefits like discounts and things like that, we have over 20 different benefits, and we're always looking for more to help our members save a buck or learn something new or whatever. So
Yeah, and bringing in some more of that training stuff. There's like some safety programs with OSHA. Yeah, and you mentioned a few of those with discounts on apps and softwares, helping your members run their business more effectively, safer and stuff like that. So a lot of good stuff to be able to offer to people that, like I said, just playing in dirt, but there's a lot more to it, a lot more that they can have.
And it reaches out to the companies large and small, the mom and pops, and then the big guys. Because if you're a mom and pop with 2 or 3 employees, if that's what you want to call them, it's hard to get health insurance. It's hard to get collective things done. And we do have, we offer health insurance at the national level, and it's for as little as 2 employees, as many as 100. And it's benefits like that we try to bring contractors that work across the board nationally, that'll help the little guys, that'll help the big guys, and keep our guys working.
Yeah, and another benefit with that is the contractor magazines. Do you want to talk about what's all included in there?
Sure, yeah. So we've been publishing the LICA Contractor for the last 16 plus years. It's Jerry's baby. He comes from a marketing background and worked for an advertising agency for a number of years, and so this was his brainchild, and so he's slowly kind of transitioning things over to me and to us to kind of fill it in. But it's got all the current benefits in the back of the magazine, all of our national level benefits, It's got articles about our contractors. We love hearing stories about, people who have been in the business for years and years, have been a LICA member for 50 years. We love that kind of stuff, so we're always happy to publish personal stories about our guys. Our associates get an opportunity to advertise in here. Our associates are fantastic. We love working with you guys. We appreciate everything you do for us. We also have, as Allison mentioned, we have our legislative liaison, Nick Yaksik, who he writes an article in every issue and just touches on the topics that are important to our guys. So, and then there's some legal advice in there. Craig Martin, our construction attorney, he writes an article about called Legally Speaking that is kind of similar, things that our guys want to know about or to be careful about when, so that they don't get into any legal trouble or, OSHA situations or whatever. So it's chock full of stuff. We're always looking for more ideas. There's a membership application in the back. Don't forget about that. Share that around, please.
Sure. Yeah, and I guess with that membership, and that's something that I've seen in a lot of small communities, and I guess even in larger ones too, of getting more young people into membership or into organizations such as the LICA or even volunteer organizations. I know we've struggled with that with some of the stuff that I've been involved with. But what strategies or what are you guys doing to help or get some of those younger crowd in there to build that energy back up? Because like you said, there's a lot of people that are been in as a member for 50 years, 40 years, and we're starting to lose some of those people, and we need to replenish that stock and try to get more folks in there. So what have you guys seen that might be successful?
Well, we've definitely, and with LICA, and like you said, members have been members for decades, and like a lot of decades. So it's hard to get them moving in a different direction. But what we're trying to do is slowly incorporate new technology. Like all of our safety programs, they have a component of either being web or cloud-based. Our LICA safety portal is very easy to use, absolutely free, and it's a complete online safety portal / manual, OSHA requirements, safety articles, forms you can download and manipulate and put your own company logo on. It's an amazing resource for safety materials. And we used to have a safety manual that we mailed to people. Well, now with this generation, we can't do that anymore. They're going to just, what is this? I'm going to throw it away. So little things like updating our website. We recently, not recently, I guess 2019, updated our website, and it's powered by Sandhills and Machinery Trader. And I, as Director of Communications, try to keep the website as up to date as possible. We have pieces of machinery on the national website available for sale, and that is actually one of our member benefits. If you are a LICA Contractor member, you can post your piece of equipment on our website for absolutely free. And it's just little things like that. We're trying to make it more virtual, more easy. Zoom meetings,
Engaging
definitely
on social media.
Social media is a big thing, and we're definitely always trying to make more access, I guess, is what we're trying to do, because I think that's what this generation wants, complete access.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have the Veterans Foundation. We're working on getting some heavy equipment operator training programs going and trying to work with universities and just trying to recruit people and get the word out, because people don't really talk about going into the trades in high school. It's you play sports well, or you go to college. You don't have any other options, or you inherit your family's business. Well, I guess that's another way that we're kind of helping get younger generations involved, is encouraging some of the younger LICA members or that have grown up in LICA to get into leadership positions, because then we get to pick their brain about what would attract
what
to
they
their,
like to
their
see.
generation.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah, and that's been good to see. I know yesterday especially there was a handful of kids that were running around here with mom and dad.
That was awesome to see.
Yep. It's got to start early, right? They got to get exposed to it.
Yep, and that's like you said, that's something that's not really talked about in kids growing up. It's either mom and dad had the business, and that's kind of what I'm going to be doing. But that's again, go back into playing with the dirt. That's what kids love to do. So if there's opportunities, after high school to build out some of those programs, some of the either apprenticeship or more of the education piece at some tech or trade schools, I think that's that's going to be huge for a lot of these rural communities that rely on the land improvement, rely on everybody around them out here. So that's great to hear that there's some steam behind that.
Absolutely.
Right on. Yeah, so I think that's most what I have. As far as, again, looking at membership or some of the challenges that come with reaching out to contractors and getting them more involved. What is your guys' kind of spiel, kind of your pitch to get in with LICA and get involved and keep growing themselves and their operations that way?
I think by simple math, if everybody talked to one person, and it recruited one person a year, you could double your membership. Like it's just that easy. I think people need to remember when they're talking to anybody that could potentially be a LICA member. Maybe you know somebody who owns a landscaping business. Maybe you love working with a particular vendor and want to invite them to come and consider being an associate or something. Like just having the conversation, because there are a lot of benefits, and if they consider the reasons that they joined in the first place and try to relay some of that, what gets them excited about being a part of LICA, whether it's the awesome national meetings where we go fun places in the summer, in the winter, or whatever you like about it, just talk about it, just spread the word, because not enough people know.
Well, I mean, just from a dollars and cents standpoint, joining LICA, like if you used the LICA safety portal, for instance, that would cost you thousands of dollars a year to implement on your own. But for your annual dues price of most state chapters are under $400 annually, you get that free and clear, and it's at your fingertips. And then like within that realm, there's also other benefits that you get discounts on. So really, if you have a membership for 1 year, you've already made your money if you use one or two of the benefits and maybe went to an event. I mean, honestly, it's not an expensive membership to hold.
And if you're just starting out, you don't become a contractor because you're good at payroll. So we have tools that are at a discount through LICA that you can, take advantage of, and the app-based stuff and this whole safety program saves you so much money.
Thousands. Thousands.
Yeah, not in just putting together a program like that for yourself, but if OSHA stops by and you get fined, you're
going to regret that.
You might as well pay your little LICA dues and have your butt covered,
For less than $400 a year, you could save yourself $14,000 in fines after one, violation. Yeah. So it's worth it. It really is.
Yeah, absolutely. As far as those other membership benefits, what else are we missing? They have I know we covered a lot, and there's a lot out there.
Well, like she was saying, the Busy app, LICA members get 30% off for the first year. And this is where, like you said, we're trying to draw on the younger crowd. Well, the younger crowd doesn't want to be bothered with paperwork, so it's a self-sufficient app. You can use even offline. Time, equipment tracking, scheduling daily reports. And actually, the funny part is Busy as a benefit was brought to us by a member in Indiana. He used it, he liked it, he contacted me, I contacted Jerry, and the rest is history, and they've been a great associate for a couple of years now. So that's one of the things that definitely LICA can help you with. And again, we go back to the networking aspect of it. Like, that member in Indiana had the foresight to call me to tell me, and he knew it'd be good for other people. And that's also the intangible benefit you get from LICA, because you're with other, there's a contractor in Iowa, there's a contractor in Indiana, they're having the same problems, but now they know they have the same problems, and maybe they each have genuine different solutions. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's definitely one of our bigger draws is the camaraderie, the networking, and the knowledge you can gain from people who've been in the business forever.
Yeah. And our contractors love equipment, so we partner with Caterpillar to give you a free extended powertrain warranty if you buy a new piece of equipment. That saves some of our members thousands of dollars. We've got, if you're not looking to buy and you want to rent something, Sunbelt Rentals offers us 10% off. I think it was Missouri had a field day and they needed to run a bunch of generators, and they took advantage of that discount, saved $500. So, it adds up, like she was saying, dollars and cents. If that's what you're focusing in on, your dues more than pay
you'll
for
make
themselves.
It back.
Yeah, and you mentioned that camaraderie, and you get to go to some of these different events. Like we're here at the Iowa Field Day, but there's other conventions and other, I guess, expos and stuff that you go to. So what's next for you guys, or what have you all routinely? Where do you guys go to build that out?
Yeah, actually, we are headed to Louisville at the end of September for the Utility Expo.
Yep.
It's run by AEM, the same people that do Con Expo, so we'll be down there supporting everybody. And then this winter, we have our National Winter Convention in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Excuse me. We're staying right on the ocean front in a Hilton property. It's going to be fantastic. Going to go through the American history and visit, Williamsburg and Jamestown. So it'll be a nice little time.
Sure.
Yeah, and then as far as visiting the states, at the national level, we always appreciate an invitation to come out and meet all your members. And so, we're grateful for the opportunity to be here today and to just kind of see everything on the front line, so to speak, because we're, in the suburbs in an office. So it's always great to get out and see it
We
in
love
action.
to visit.
Yeah, so we do try to make the rounds as much as possible to get out to the states, and just, it helps everybody generate ideas and kind of gives a sense of a unified front, so to speak,
Yes.
if nationals there present and working with the states.
Yep.
So.
And it'd be fair to say each state has their own, state chapter that has these field days, has, some of the other conventions and whatnot for that camaraderie, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
They all do it a little differently. Sometimes it's a trap shoot or a golf outing or whatever. But that's the other cool thing about it, is you get to get new ideas about what people are liking and what.
And let me tell you, as you travel the country, yes, obviously Iowa's different from New Jersey, but there's a common thread that everybody loves what they do. They love this organization, and she's only been here 2 years and she loves it already. Let me tell you,
Yeah. I never would have expected to end up.
Yeah.
But that's because I didn't learn at an early age.
There you go.
Exactly. But yeah, they're just. We have the best contractors ever. I don't know why you wouldn't want to join.
Right.
Awesome. Exactly. So, thank you both for coming down here, for making the trip down to Iowa, and then also for your time here on the podcast. And I guess I'll leave it over to you guys if we missed anything, or I guess any last words or takeaways that you guys got.
I think just as a reminder, find the benefits in the magazine. They're on the website. Feel free to reach out to us at National if you ever have
Please,
questions
yes.
or need help with something. We're available, and we're more than willing to work with you. So just remember, we're here. Use the benefits. Take advantage of them. They're there for a reason.
Yeah. Call and ask questions about them. Bug us, please.
Yeah, we don't mind. We want to know what you're interested in.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Awesome.
appreciate it.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks a lot for coming down and for your time.
Awesome. Thanks for having us.